Most people do Portugal completely wrong. They spend 3 days in Lisbon, fight for a towel-sized spot on a packed Algarve beach, and fly home thinking they've seen it. They haven't. These are the 5 biggest mistakes tourists make in Portugal, and exactly what to do instead. Number 5 is the one that separates a tourist from a traveler. Mistake number 1, never leaving Lisbon. The capital is beautiful, but people spend their entire trip in it and completely miss what's 40 minutes up the road. Sintra is a fairy tale mountain town where kings built their summer palaces. The Pina Palace looks like it was drawn by a child with a full box of crayons. Blood-red towers, egg yolk yellow walls, purple domes, all perched on a peak above the clouds. And beneath the town sits the Initiation Well, a spiral staircase descending 9 stories straight into the earth, wrapped in moss, built for secret ceremonies. It's not a fantasy film set. It's real. Take the train from Lisbon's Rossio station, about 40 minutes. Buy your Pina Palace ticket online in advance. The queue at the gate can eat an hour. Go early to beat the tour buses. Mistake number 2, only doing the beaches. Everyone piles onto the same crowded Algarve sand and never sees the coastline's real secret. Just offshore is the Benagil Sea Cave, an enormous golden dome with a perfect circular hole open to the sky. Sunlight pouring down onto a hidden beach you can only reach from the water. Here's the thing nobody tells you. You cannot walk in. You get there by kayak, boat tour, or a guided swim from the neighboring beach. And that's exactly why it stays magical. Stand inside as the light streams through the roof and the whole cave glows gold. You could not make this up. Book a kayak or boat tour from Benagil Beach, roughly 30 to 40 euros. Go at first light for calm water and an empty cave. Summer books out fast, so reserve ahead. Mistake number 3, skipping the north. Tourists stack up in Porto's old town and never venture up the river, missing the Douro Valley, the oldest demarcated wine region on Earth, protected since 1756. The whole valley is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and it's staggering. Vineyards terraced by hand into impossibly steep hillsides, dropping in green steps all the way down to the river. Some of these terraces have been worked for 2,000 years. You take a slow boat up the Douro or a train that hugs the water, and it feels like the landscape was sculpted by hand. Because it was. Take the historic train from Porto's São Bento station toward Pinhão, one of the most scenic rides in Europe, or book a river cruise with a winery stop. Autumn, during the harvest, is unreal. If you're already planning your trip around places like these instead of just the postcard spots, you're doing it right. Do me one favor and hit subscribe. I drop a new Hidden Europe guide every single week. Now, the 2 mistakes that trip up almost everyone. Mistake number 4, thinking Portugal is only the mainland. 600 miles out in the Atlantic sits Madeira, a volcanic island of eternal spring where the mountains climb straight out of the ocean and disappear into the clouds. This is the part that stuns people. You can hike a lavada, a centuries-old irrigation channel carved into the cliffs, with a waterfall on one side and a 1,000-foot drop on the other. Then climb to Pico do Arieiro and stand above the clouds while the sunrise turns the whole sky pink. It's terrifying and beautiful at the same time. And it's the same country as those Lisbon trams. Flights from Lisbon take about 90 minutes. Rent a car. The island is small, but the mountain roads are slow. Pack layers. The peaks are cold even when the coast is warm. Mistake number 5, rushing the food. This is the one that separates a tourist from a traveler. Everyone grabs a soggy pastry from a chain cafe near the train station and thinks they've had a pastel de nata. They haven't. The real thing was born in Belém, in Lisbon, where one bakery has guarded the original monastery recipe since 1837. A proper pastel de nata has shatteringly crisp, caramelized pastry and a warm custard center. Best eaten still hot, dusted with cinnamon. Sit down. Order 2. Slow down long enough to actually taste the country. In a place with this much history, the food is the history. The original bakery in Belém runs a line, But it moves fast and it's worth it. Pair it with the Geronimos Monastery next door. And whatever you do, eat them warm. 5 mistakes, 5 fixes. Do Portugal like this, and you'll finally see the country everyone else flies home without ever finding. Full guides for every single one are on the channel. Which one are you adding to your list?